So we discussed these words, these nouns, and after that we talked about typical breakfast in different countries. So we talked about a typical breakfast in Libya. What do people usually have for breakfast? And we had some of the answers were slightly different, but I think we kind of agreed that in Libya most people have tea or coffee, and they usually have bread maybe or toast. A few people have cereal like cornflakes, not a lot of people. Some people also like jam and honey. Some people like cheese. So this is a typical breakfast in Libya. We also talked about a typical breakfast in Sudan. And then we talked about a typical breakfast in Brazil, in Spain, England, and Japan. So we also listened to these two cooks having a chat. So they discussed the different menus, how to make, or some of the things that students, Brazilian students like, Japanese students like, Spanish students, and English students. So we listened to this conversation from two cooks at an international language school. Then we completed the table with the nouns, and we agreed that with countable nouns, we always use a, or an. So you have to use a or an with countable nouns. So we say a biscuit, an apple, we say an egg, a banana. We also say, for example, what else is countable here? A sausage. So these are, of course, countable nouns in this list. The rest of the items are uncountable. So milk is uncountable, rice is uncountable, toast, bread, fish, coffee, soup, cheese, tea, jam, meat, fruit, and cereal. All of these words are of course uncountable. So with uncountable nouns, you cannot use a or an. So we talked about the rules. So countable nouns, they can be plural, of course. We don't use a or an. We use, of course, because if you have a singular countable noun, a banana, an apple, a sausage, you have to use a or an. But of course, with plural countable nouns, of course, if it's plural, we don't use a or an. This is the rule for countable nouns. And then after that, we talked about the rule for uncountable nouns. And with uncountable nouns, they're not plural. They usually aren't plural. So what this means is you don't find an S with uncountable nouns. So for example, fish, we don't say fishes, or coffee, we don't say coffees, rice, we don't say rices, or breads, or toasts. This is not correct, of course. So with uncountable nouns, usually they're not plural. And of course, we don't use a or an. So these are, a few rules we discussed in our last lesson. But now, in today's lesson, I think we have a few exercises. We did this exercise, we finished it. I think we finished. Did we finish the review? I think we didn't, right? No, we didn't. Okay, so yeah, we'll start here with the review. And after that, we can talk about there is and there are, the rule of there is, there are. And of course, we'll talk about places around the town or city. But first of all, let's finish the review together. Unit 4 review. Let's complete it together, and then we can start the next lesson. All right, so first exercise, number 1. Let's match the verbs to the words or phrases. So on the left side, we have the verbs: play, listen to, watch, take, go, read. These are our verbs. And here we have some nouns or phrases, words or phrases. Okay, so let's start. So the first one, play tennis or football, and we say listen to
music, the radio.
Okay, so we can say listen to music and listen to the radio. All right. Then we say watch What do we watch?
Watch DVDs and watch sports on TV.
Right. And what do we take?
Photos.
Take photos.
We take photos, right? And we go, where do we go?
Running.
We go running and we go dancing.
Correct. So we go running, we go dancing, and we read
Books
Magazines.
and magazines.
That's right. That's correct. Okay, now in the second part of the question, we want to talk about things that you always do, maybe things that you sometimes do, or things you never do. So the idea here, I'd like you to maybe give us, each one of you, I'd like to hear 3 sentences. I'd like you to use 3 sentences with some of these activities. And of course, you need to use always, sometimes, or never. And here we want to talk about the weekend. So I'll give you an example. So I can say, I never play football at the weekend. I sometimes read books at the weekend, and I always watch DVDs at the weekend. For example, this is my weekend, but I'd like you to tell me about your weekend. Okay, so let's start with Manal. Can you tell us about your weekend? Some of the things you always do, maybe sometimes, maybe never, at the weekend.
Okay. I always watch DVDs at the weekend. I sometimes read books at the weekend.
Okay.
I never go dancing at the weekend.
All right, good examples. Okay, what about you, Media? Can you tell us about your weekend? What are some of the things you do at the weekend?
Hello?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, can you tell us about the weekend, your weekend, Media, some of the things you do using these verbs?
Okay. I always watch serials on TV.
Mm-hmm.
And I never listen to music.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes read books.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so these are the things you usually do at the weekend, right?
Yes.
Okay, okay. Let's see someone else. What about you, Rana? Can you tell us about some of the things you do at the weekend?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I sometimes read books at the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I always read books at the weekend.
Okay, so it's not sometimes, it's always.
Mm-hmm.
Is it always or is it sometimes?
Always.
Mm-hmm.
I never take photos at the weekend.
Okay.
I always watch DVDs on TV.
Okay. All right. Do you ever go running at the weekend?
No.
So this means you never go running at the weekend, right?
Yes.
Okay. Would you like to add any other activity? Even if it's not written here, you can add it. If it's something you do at the weekend, you can tell us about it.
I sometimes cook cake at the weekend.
Nice. Okay. Okay. I'm going to ask you a question here. Okay, so Which verb do you think is the best from this list?
Make.
What do you think, Rana,
Cake.
about cake?
Make.
Make, you think make?
Yes.
Who agrees? I think I heard Basma speaking. Did you say something, Basma?
Yes. أعتقد سؤال عام ليس لرنا.
Okay, Rana thinks it's the right verb is make. What do you think, Basma? شنو تعتقدي? Do you think make is the best
Yes,
verb?
make.
Ah,
Cake.
make a cake. Okay. All right. So great. That's good. Okay. So if you want to talk about a cake, it's always better to say make. I made a cake. Bake. Bake. I think it's better for bread. Maybe I baked some bread. Anyways, so that's great. It's good.
Yes, for bread.
Yeah, I think it's for bread. Yeah. All right, very nice. Who else would like to tell us about their weekend? Amira, would you like to tell us about your weekend? Some of the things you always do, maybe some of the things you never do, or things you sometimes do.
Okay. Hi.
Hi. Hola.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Always I read a book and listen to music, and I study. What is it? Take a photo.
Okay.
Always.
Okay. So
Sometimes.
you always.
Sometimes I dancing and watch TV. Okay. I never play football. I never play football.
Okay.
And cooking.
Do you never cook, or do you always?
No.
You never cook?
No, never.
Okay.
I don't like this.
You don't like cooking. Do you like eating?
No. Yes.
Okay. All right. So I have a question for you. Now, which one is correct here? Which one do you think is right here, Amira?
Sorry, ما كنت نسمع فيك.
Okay, which one is correct?
Always I read books. I always read books. Sometimes go dance.
In the first two.
I think I always read books.
Right, that's correct. And in the second group?
I say sometimes go dancing.
Right, excellent, that's great. Okay, very nice. All right.
بعطيني القاعدة لأنه أنا معتمدة على السمع أكثر. يعني أنا توادي عرفتها بالسمع لأنه مرة علي فبس مش عارفة قاعدتها.
The idea is you have to use the adverb of frequency. اللي هم sometimes, always, often, never. You should use them before the verb. قبل الverb. So,
okay.
So for example, if here, where's the verb in the two examples? Can you show me the verb?
Read.
Correct.
Or go.
Exactly. That's right. So you should put them before your verb. Okay. This is the idea.
Okay.
All right. Great. Yeah, that's great. Okay, so I think we can move on. Let's check exercise number 2. Okay, so in this exercise, of course, we want to talk about present simple. And of course, we talked about adding S or ES if the subject is he or she. And if the subject is you, I, we, they, of course, we don't change the verb. So you can see here in example number 1, which is answered. It says, my kids watch TV a lot. So here we don't add anything to watch. Okay, a quick question. Is it noisy? Do you hear some noise? Can you hear some noise from my mic?
No.
No.
No. No.
It's clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, okay. Because it's just the sound of rain. خفت صوت المطر داير تشويش بيكون. Okay, no problem. So number 1, my kids watch TV. Who can tell me why don't we put S here with watch? Why?
Because
Kids
it's
plural.
plural.
Exactly. Kids is plural. So plural means they, right? So they watch. So there's no change. Okay. Basma, can you do number 2, please, Basma?
Yes. It plays golf on Sundays. We add
Okay.
it.
Nice. So Ed plays golf on Sunday. Let's write it here. Okay, number 3 on the media.
My sister lives in the USA.
Great, okay. Number 4, Manal.
Joe and Liz work at home.
Great, very good. So we don't use anything. All right,
Yes.
good. Rana, what about number 5?
She go out a lot. She goes out a lot.
Great. Do we use S or ES, Rana?
ES.
Excellent, that's great. That's correct. She goes out a lot, very nice. Okay, what about number 6, Amira? What do we use in number 6?
I
What do
don't
we-
know.
Can you try?
Time print, like likes, just.
Okay, so Tim's parents. So when we say Tim's parents, are we talking about one person or more?
time burns اسم noun اسم حد يعني
No.
parents شريك
What does parents mean?
شريك
Partner. That's partner.
Mm.
Sharik partner. Parents are your mother and father.
okay.
Partner, sharik, parents, mother and father.
هذه 5 مرة تقولها لي.
I don't remember.
نسويها.
Maybe.
Okay.
So what do you think?
Like 2 person.
Okay, but why like? It's correct, but why?
2 person.
And what does it mean?
Not singular.
Is it singular or plural? 2 persons or 2 people?
Plural.
Right.
Not single. Not singular. Plural.
Right. Correct. Yeah. Plural. Okay. Very good. And the last one, Basma, can you do number 7, please?
Our class starts at 6.
That's
We
great.
add it.
Yeah, because our class, what does it mean? Is it singular? Is it plural? Is it an
Singular.
it? Yeah, it's singular. Okay, so let's change these sentences. Let's change them to negative. All right. So number 1 is already answered. My kids don't watch TV a lot. What about number 2, Manal? How do we change it into negative?
It doesn't play golf on Sundays.
Right, correct. Ed doesn't play golf on Sundays. Number 3, Rana, how do we make it into negative?
My sister doesn't live in the USA.
Excellent, that's right. My sister doesn't live in the USA. Great. Number 4 on the media, how do we change this into negative?
Joe and Liz doesn't work at home.
Okay, now Joe and Liz, is it one person or two people?
Two people.
So if you want to make it, or if you want to change them to a subject pronoun, do we say he, she, it,
They.
we, they? Okay. Can you make they?
Joe and Liz don't work at home.
Right, exactly. Because they're together, they are they, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. Now, next one, number 5. Basma, can you change this into negative, please?
Yes. She doesn't go out a lot.
That's correct. She doesn't go out a lot. Number 6, Amira, can you change it into negative?
Times parents doesn't like jazz.
Okay, is it doesn't or is it don't?
Doesn't.
Why? Why is it doesn't?
Don't.
Why?
Okay. Don't. They.
Right. And with they, we use don't, right?
Right.
Because it's plural. So parents, mother and father together. So mother and father together are plural, so we have to say they. So they like jazz, they don't like jazz. All right?
Sorry, I'm sick, so not focused.
No, it's okay. I hope you get better soon.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, and the last one.
دكتور ممكن أسأل سؤال؟
Yes, you can ask a question.
Our class مش our هناي بلور ليه خدتنا اس في الفيرب؟
Because we're not talking about our, we're talking about class.
Okay.
We didn't say our classes, we said our class.
Okay.
Okay, Silsabi, can you do number 7?
Yes, our classes doesn't start at 6.
Correct. But is it our class or our classes?
Our classes جمع.
هنا هل عندك كلاس واحد ولا عندك
فصول جمع.
اوكي شنو المفرد بتاع كلاس؟
I don't know.
Okay, because class, this is the singular, the plural is classes. All right. So, yeah. So this one is singular. It's one class, just one. Our class starts. Our class doesn't start. Your answer is correct. صح. Okay. So this is present simple. How to make it into positive and negative. Okay. Let's take a look at number 3 here. Okay. So remember when we talked about this rule, I love, I like, I don't like. You can answer using only 2 things, okay? So you can use verb plus ing.
Yes.
Okay, so verb plus ing or noun. Okay, these are the only answers you can use. You can't use something else. So you cannot say I love eat. No, I love eating. You can't say I love dance. I love dancing. Okay. So let's talk about these examples. I'd like each one of you to give me 3 examples. Talk about things you like, things you don't like, or maybe things which are okay, or things which you hate. All right, so let's see some examples. Basma, would you like to start?
Okay. I love learning English. I really like Italian food.
Okay.
I like running or going running. Which is correct?
I like running is better, I think. Because if you want to use
Okay.
go, maybe you can say, I like to go running. But
Yeah.
running.
Watching sport on TV. Okay.
Mhm. What about watching sport?
Watching sport on TV is okay.
Mhm. Okay.
I don't like Chinese food.
Mhm.
And I hate watching films on TV.
Okay. Okay, let's listen to someone else. Okay, Rana, can you tell us about yourself? You can talk about things you love, things you like. You don't have to say 7 examples, maybe 3, 4, whatever you can think of.
Okay. I love making cakes.
Mhm.
I really like watching TV.
Mhm.
I like read books.
Okay. Can you say that again? Can you try again?
I like.
Yeah. What do you like?
I like reading books.
That's it. Great. Mhm.
Mm,
Okay, these are good examples. Is there something you hate?
um, I hate eating vegetables.
Okay. But they're healthy. They're good for you, right? You should eat
Yes.
more vegetables. Okay. All right. Let's see. Salsabil, can you tell us about yourself? Things you love, things you hate, things you
Okay.
like. Mm-hmm.
I love reading books.
Mm-hmm.
I had cat.
You hate cats.
Yes, I hate cat. Watching TV is okay.
Mm-hmm.
I very like cake.
Uh-huh. I really like cakes. Uh-huh.
Mm,
Okay.
yes,
Do you want to add another one?
no.
These are good examples. They're great. Okay, I think this is sort of clear. We can move on. Is there anybody who'd like to tell us some of the things they like, they
Okay,
don't like?
yeah,
Manal, okay. Mm-hmm.
okay. I love traveling.
Mm-hmm.
I really like going and shopping for clothes.
You really
I,
like?
I really like, yes,
You really like what?
cooking
Uh-huh.
and shopping for clothes.
Okay. Okay.
Yes. I like animals.
Mm-hmm.
I quite like fast food.
Mm-hmm.
Dancing music, it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like Chinese food. I hate football.
Yeah, okay. All right, good examples. So this is the general idea. You can talk about anything you want with these phrases, but you have to be careful and you have to use verb plus ing or a noun. And if you want to talk about a noun, it's always best if you use a plural, right? So you can say, I love cats. I love dogs. I love cars. I love, what else can we think of? Anything which
Animals.
is countable. لو النون اللي حتتكلموا عليه لو كان countable لازم تديرها في البلورال. Because
Okay.
this is a rule about talking. When you talk about general, when you talk about nouns in general, we always use plural. اعتقد حتى في العربي نفس القصه نديروا فيها، يعني نقولوا انا نحب السيارات، نحب القطاطيس، نحب الحيوانات، نحب العصافير، right؟ حتى في العربي نجمعوا فيها لما تتكلم بصفه عامه على شيء معين. The same idea as in English. You need to talk in plural. But if the noun is uncountable, of course we don't put s. So you can say, I love coffee, I love fish, I love toast. Bread is okay. I don't like fruit. So here, all of these nouns are uncountable. So you just put them without any change. Use them without change. Okay, so this is clear. We can move on. Let's take a look at number 4. So here we want to organize the questions and put them in the correct order. All right, let's start with Media. Can you do, okay, I'm going to read number 1 and then Media, you can do number 2. What does he do? What about question number 2?
What food does he like?
Very good. Can you say it again?
What food does he like?
Right, excellent. What food does he like? Great. Salsabil, what about number 3?
Okay. He does شوي نرتب الجملة.
Okay.
Does he like? What does he like? Shopping or food?
But we don't have what?
What does he like? Shopping or food?
Yes, but Salsabil, where's what? We don't have what in number 3.
دكتور معلش ممكن تكتب الإجابات جنب السؤال.
Yes, of course.
Thank you.
So let's do number 2.
Okay, does he like shopping or shopping for clothes?
Okay, let me write number 2. So, Salsabil,
Yes.
what's the first word? The capital word, right?
Yes, does
Correct.
he like
Correct.
shopping
Correct.
or clothes?
Correct. That's it. Does he like shopping for clothes? Does he like shopping for clothes? That's correct. Okay, number 4. Basma, would you like to do number 4?
Yes. What does he do at the weekend?
Right. What does he do at the weekend? Okay, let's see. Rana, would you like to do number 5?
Yes. What does he like music?
Okay, try to do it like number 2. Can you see number 2? Do it in the same way.
What food does he like?
Yeah, this is number 2. So I want you to do number 5 in the same way.
What music does he like?
Excellent, that's it. What music does he like? Great. And Amira, can you do number 6?
Does he like animals?
Does he like animals? Right. Of course, all of these questions are about Mark from the TV program. Yeah. I don't know if you remember the answers. I don't think they're very important. But let's try to answer these questions, because I think in number 5, in question 5, let me check. They want us to answer them. Yeah, they want us to answer them. Okay, let's answer them. So it doesn't matter if our answers are right or wrong. As long as they're grammatically correct, that's okay. Basma, can you answer the second question? What food does he like?
It's Chinese food.
He likes Chinese food. Okay. Let's write the
Number
answer.
1, he's a teacher.
He's a teacher. That's correct. That's his job. Yeah. What does he do? He's a teacher.
Yes.
So let's write the answer. So he likes Chinese food. Okay, what about question number 3, Manal? What do you think? Does he like shopping for clothes?
No, he doesn't.
I don't remember, to be honest, but I don't think he does, because most men don't. All right, number 4, what does he do at the weekend on the media? Can you remember? If you can't remember, you can just say anything that people do at the weekend.
I don't remember.
Okay, can you think of anything? What do people usually do at the weekend?
I think watch sport TV.
Yeah, this is a good answer. He watches sport on TV. Maybe that's correct. This is something people usually do at the weekend. All right, what music does he like? What do you think, Silsabil? What music does he like?
Maybe rock and roll.
Maybe rock and roll. Let's answer. He likes rock and roll. Okay. Does he like animals? What do you think? Can you guess? Rana, do you think Mark likes animals?
No, he doesn't.
Okay. So maybe no, he doesn't. We don't know for sure. I think he does in the story, but
Yes, he does.
Yes, he does.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah,
He
but
has
this,
a dog and 3 cats.
Yes.
right. Yeah. But this answer is also grammatically correct, right? No, he doesn't.
Yes.
It's okay.
Yes.
It's false, but it's grammatically correct.
Yes.
Okay, very good, Rana, thanks. So let's check our next question, number 5. I think we did number 5. We did 4B, we finished it. Okay, number 5, you have a restaurant, choose a name for blah, blah. This is too long. I think we can skip this. Let's do number 6. Here we want to find 15 words related to food and drink, okay? So let's find the words together. Here we have sausages and we have bread. What other foods can it?
Cheese.
Okay. Let's write
Apple.
cheese. Cheese.
Apple.
Let me use the other one. It's better.
Toast.
Cheese. Apple.
Toast.
Toast.
Biscuits.
Tea.
Biscuits.
Tea.
Tea.
Eggs.
Tea. Eggs.
Yes.
This is tea. And
Milk.
eggs. Milk.
Rice.
Ice.
Rice.
Horizontal.
Here it is.
Yes.
What else?
Banana.
Bananas. Oh, it's singular. Banana.
Soup.
Soup.
And yes. Coffee.
Coffee.
Balls.
Vegetables. Correct. I think these are all of them. Yeah, that's it.
Meat.
Meat. Correct. You also have meat.
Vertical.
Here it is.
Yes.
In the bottom.
Yes.
Right. Okay, let's find which ones are countable, which ones are uncountable. Okay, so I'll say the noun, and I want you to tell me if it's countable or if it's uncountable. Bread.
Uncountable.
Uncountable.
Cheese.
Uncountable.
Uncountable.
Apple.
Countable.
Correct.
Countable apple.
Correct. Countable.
Yes.
Toast.
Uncountable.
Uncountable.
Uncountable. Eggs.
Countable.
Countable.
Rice.
Uncountable.
Uncountable.
Biscuits.
Countable.
Correct. Sausages.
Countable.
Correct. Countable. Countable. Banana.
Countable.
Uncountable.
Banana is countable. You can say,
Countable.
I have 1 banana. I have 2 bananas. My father's got 3 bananas in the car. So we can use bananas. Bananas. Soup.
Yes.
Uncountable.
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 Uncountable. Correct. Tea.
uncountable.
Uncountable. Coffee.
Uncountable.
Uncountable.
Correct. Meat. Milk, sorry.
Milk,
Uncountable.
uncountable.
Meat.
Uncountable.
And vegetables.
Countable.
Countable. Right?
Count.
Oh, yeah. Of course, there are some exceptions with countable and uncountable, depending on. We talked about coffee, tea, juice. If you're in a restaurant or a cafe, you can use them like countable. يعني بإمكانكم تستعملوهم زي المعدودات. I'd like 2 apple juices, please. Can we have 3 pineapple juices, please? Or sometimes they just say 3 pineapple juice, please. It's okay. 2 coffees, 3 teas, please. So it's if you want to order now.
حتى الوتر نفس الشيء.
You can say 2 water, please. 2 waters, yes. لو هي كانت كوب ولا كانت شيشة، لكن عادة لو كانت شيشة يقولوا bottles. 2 bottles, please. 1 bottle, 1 small bottle, 2 large bottles. فمرات يطلبوا bottles. لكن لو بتطلبها كwater يمشي الحال عادي. If you want to use it in a restaurant مقبول يعني مفهوم طلبية قطعة واحدة من الشيء اللي تطلبي فيه. It's okay. But speaking generally, no. You have to say, I've got some water, I've got a lot of water. يعني حتستعملي لها حاجة. إلا لو استعملتي glass of water, bottle of water, يمشي الحال. 2 liters of water, يعني تعطيهم unit, تعطيهم وحدة. يبدو countable خلاص.
Yes.
I've got 2 liters of water, I've got 1 glass of water, and I've got 3 small bottles of water. هكذا معدود عادي. But water بروحها no. Okay, so this is countable and uncountable. I think it's clear. We can move on and talk about today's topic. So here we're going to talk a little bit about places and things around the city. Okay, so homes and shops. Homes and shops. First of all, let's start with some vocabulary. Excuse me. Let's start with some vocabulary here. Places in the town and the country. So here we have a list of places, not just places, places, things. I think we can call them places in a town or in a country. First of all, I'm going to read them for you. And after that, we can find all of them in the exercise. So even if there are new words, if there are any new words, don't worry, because we have a nice exercise. We can match them. So let me read them first. A square, a park, a market, a bus station, a station, a lake, a beach, the sea, a river, a museum, an airport, mountains, a road, a cafe, a bar, a shop, a flat, or an apartment, a house, a hotel, a bed and breakfast. So all of these words, they're related to the city or town or country. So of course, we can find these places usually in the city or in the country. Some of them are natural. For example, the sea, the river, mountains. These are natural places. But some of them are built by humans, like a museum, an airport. These are not natural places. But let's go to the exercise first. Let's do them together and let's match them. Okay, so here we are. Let's see if I can show all of them together. Okay, I'm going to zoom out a little bit. So this way we can see all of them. Okay, this way we can see all of them. Can you see the five pictures at the top? Can you see them? This is A, B, C, D, E. Okay, I have an idea.
Yes.
ممكن تو يبان كل شيء. Okay, Can you see now everything is clear, right? So we have 20 pictures here. Can you see the 20 pictures? These are the
Yes.
20
Yes.
pictures from letter A to letter T, and we want to match them. So A is already answered, okay? So A, this is a market. A is a market. What's B?
An airport.
Can everybody see picture B? What's this?
Import.
Airport. Airport, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So let's answer this. Let's write B for airport. So here it is. Okay. What's C? What do you think?
Lakey.
A lake.
Is it a lake? Do you think
lake?
this maybe a lake?
Lake.
Yes.
Okay. Let's answer lake, and then we can. What about D? What's this? What's D?
House.
House.
A house? Okay.
Yes, house.
Maybe a
Yes.
house. Let's answer house. What about E? What's this?
Coffee.
Cafe.
A cafe, maybe?
Hmm.
And F? What's F?
A flat.
A flat
Yes.
Apartment.
or
Apartment.
apartment? Yeah, flat apartment, maybe. What's G?
A peach.
Beach.
Is it a beach?
The sea.
The sea.
The sea? What's the difference between the beach and the sea?
The beach. Picture.
P.
P? Okay.
Yes.
Maybe, yeah, maybe you're right, yes. So G, is it the sea or is it the beach? What do you want? Which one?
The sea.
The
The
sea.
sea.
The sea. Okay. What about H? What's this?
A shop.
A
A
shop.
shop.
A shop, maybe. And I? What's this?
Station.
A station? Maybe this is a station.
Yes.
Okay. And J? What's J? Picture J.
Mountains.
Mountains.
Mountains? Maybe mountains.
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 Okay, mountains. K? What's K?
A bed and breakfast.
Bed and breakfast? What's a bed and breakfast, Rana? A bed and breakfast. What is it?
I don't know.
Okay, who answered bed and breakfast?
مبيت وإفطار.
Yes.
PN.
هيك معنا كده.
اوكي انت ترجمتها ولا ما اعطيتينا معناها؟
لا ما انا عرفتها امريكان. عرفتها في ان في يعني اللي المبيت وتقدر تفطر فيه. عرفتها.
But it's the same as hotel, right? Or not the same?
لا اللي نعرفه انه هو يكون فيه افطار بس. PNP يكون فيه افطار بس الاوتيل تقدر تكون، والاوتيل تقدر تاخذه على شهر ممكن، بس هذا باليومية.
Okay.
هذا اللي نعرفه.
But you're right. That's correct. But with a hotel you can also have only breakfast. يعني يقدر يكون حتى بالإفطار فقط، مش شرط الباقي.
بس في خيارات ثانية، بس هذا breakfast بس.
Okay. صح.
عندك خيار ثاني.
Small and like the house, not like the building is not like the hotel.
This is another difference.
Yes.
The building is small, like a house. صح. What else? What about the owners of a hotel and the owners of the B&B?
I think on the road when travel the car or.
Correct? Yes, that's correct. Usually B&Bs, bed and breakfasts, are usually near the road, near the highway or the motorway. So travelers can easily maybe book a room or something, right? Correct?
Yes.
Also, some hotels are on the road.
Yeah.
Yes,
the hotels are usually big companies.
Correct? Yes.
And bed and breakfast maybe a family or more than one family has this house.
Correct. That's correct. This is, I think, this is probably the most important difference, I think. Hotels are usually part of big companies like Hilton, Intercontinental, Sheraton. You know, these are big companies and you can find them around the world, these hotels. But bed and breakfasts are usually local and sometimes they're owned by the same family. Do you get the idea?
Yes.
أميرة. يعني حتى ملكية البed and breakfast عادة يعني نزل عائلي زي ما تقول، يعني تابع ل يعني المالك بتاعه usually.
هي حتى البي ان بي التأجير تقريبا يكون بالسرير يعني. اما بالروم غرفة كاملة في الهوتيل ما تقدرش تأجر يعني، بس البي ان بي تقدر تأجر سرير بس.
I think you're talking about hostels. ممكن اللي تقصديهم هادو اللي هو نزل الشباب youth hostels.
لا حتى لا والله حتى البي ان بي انه انت تقدر تأجر بالسرير بس، يعني تقدر تكون غرفة مشتركة وتأجر بالسرير، بس الأوتيل ممنوع، اللي لازم يكون عندك غرفة بروحك.
I don't know about bed and breakfast. هل ممكن في بعض منهم عندهم maybe. اللي نعرف إن أكيد عندهم اللي هم الغرف المشتركة youth hostels. youth hostel مشهور بالموضوع هذا. But maybe some bed and breakfasts, yes, maybe you can only book a bed. Okay, so bed and breakfast is K. What is L? What's this L?
Bus
station.
Okay, bus station. And what's M?
A museum.
Museum. M is a museum. Okay, where's museum? Here it is.
Motel.
N, what's N?
Hotel.
A hotel. What about O?
A route.
A road. Where's road? Here it is. And what about P?
Beach.
A beach. What about Q?
A bar.
Bar. What about R?
A river.
A river. And S, what's S?
A park.
A park. Correct. And what's T?
Square.
A square. Yeah. All right.
يعني وسط البلدة.
Yes. اللي هي ساحة يعني بصفة عامة، وعادة وسط البلد، صح؟ وسط البلد يكون في ساحة، معتاد هكذا يعني. In many cities, in London you have Trafalgar Square, in Tripoli you have Martyrs Square, in Russia you have the Red Square, in New York you have Times Square. فالعادة في وسط البلد، صح؟ السكويرز، الساحات هذه. Or in the town center or the city
ميدان.
center. Yes, ميدان, ساحة. Correct. This is the idea. All right, very nice. So all of these are places in the city. Okay, what's the difference between a market and a supermarket? What's the
Market smaller than supermarket.
Maybe some of them, yes, but there's another difference.
في الخيارات.
A market.
سوبر ماركت حاجات أكثر، الماركت حاجات محدودة.
A market type واحد، بس السوبر ماركت many different غذائية يعني وكلوتس وخلط.
Okay, yeah, so more options, but there's another, the most important difference. What is it?
Small and big. الحجم.
No, not the size. Can you see the picture? A. Where is it? Where's the market? Is it indoors or is it outdoors?
Always outdoors.
Outdoors.
Yes. Okay. So a market is always outdoors. Do you get the idea? So it's always in the open. It's not inside a building. Even in the UK, they have Sunday markets. So Sunday markets, you can buy used things, maybe stolen things, and very cheap things, but it's open. It's not in a building. It's on the street,
Yes.
or maybe a public park. حاجة هيك يعني.
Like Friday.
Like
market.
Friday market here in Libya. Friday market, if you have vegetables, if you have a stolen radio, or if you have a stolen
Even yes,
معناها
stolen.
احنا هنا معناها عندنا احنا هنا المحلات الصغيرة ميني ماركت حتكون.
بالنسبة لو المحلات الغذائية الصغيرة عندهم اسم عادة يسموا فيهم يا إما corner shop أو ولا convenience in American English convenience store. أحيانا يقولوا لهم news agents. هذا يعني لو كان في جرائد والتركيز على المجلات حاجتها هي أكثر. Sometimes they call them a kiosk لو كان حجمه صغير بقل وجاي في النصف في يعني في منتصف الشارع زي ما نقولوا أو على الرصيف يعني كشك كيوسك. شنو تاني عندنا؟ لكن ميني ماركت مفهومة هي لو تقولي ميني ماركت، بس في العادة ما يسموش فيهم ميني ماركت. They usually just call them one of these things: corner shop, convenience store. سوبر ماركت هو الكبير.
نطق نمبر 2 شنو؟
convenience store. Yeah, so a convenience store is you can find almost everything, but not a lot of options. For example, you can find pasta and rice, but maybe one type or two types, one brand or two brands. Not a lot of options. Do you get the idea? And it's usually smaller. And a convenience store or maybe a corner shop is usually in the neighborhood. But supermarkets are usually a little far away from the buildings. They need more space. They're bigger, supermarkets. Okay, so
Yes.
these are places in the country or in the city. Some of them are natural, some of them are not natural. So let's go back. Let's go back to the exercises. And we have this question. It says, okay. So here I want you to choose which 4 things from this list do you think are important to you, where you live, and where you go to holiday. So maybe some of these places are more important near your house or where you live, and maybe some of them are more important when you go on holiday. So what do you think, Sazabil? Which places are important for you near your house or where you live? Which of these places do you think are important?
A park.
A park, okay. What else?
A shop.
Shop, okay.
A cafe.
A cafe, maybe. Okay.
A market.
A market, yeah.
هذا أهم حاجة.
Okay. What about Sazabil, if you go on holiday? Which places are very important if you go on holiday?
Go to the beach.
The beach.
I go a shop.
Again, shop.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Let's see someone else's opinion. What do you think here, Manan? Things which are important where you live and places which are important when you go on holiday. What do you think?
Okay. A park is very important for me. I take my children to the park in the holiday. Okay. A shop. I like shopping very much.
Uh-huh.
I really like buy some clothes.
To buy some clothes.
Yes, clothes. Every holiday, I go with my family to shopping.
Do you like shopping malls, shopping centers?
Yes.
Okay, let's write them. This is
Okay.
another important place. So you can say shopping centers or malls in American English. So these are also, I think, important places for families and people who like shopping.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, very nice. Do you want to add anything else, Manal?
Okay. A cafe.
Cafes.
Yes, in the holiday, I go with my friends to cafe. And we drink a coffee with cake and enjoying our time.
That sounds great.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, that's excellent. That's great. These are some important places for Manan.
Yes.
Let's see. What about you, Amira? What do you think? Some important places where you live and important places when you travel, when you go on holiday. What do you think?
Look, actually, I don't have holiday because I study and work 7 days a week, so I don't leave my house. No?
So all of these are not important?
No.
Okay. How do you eat? Do you have a chocolate tree in your house or a pasta tree? Maybe you have
food.
But maybe you live by photosynthesis. Do you know photosynthesis? Like plants. Photosynthesis. Plants don't need food, they just need sun. Maybe you're the same. You put your hand in the sun and you eat, right?
Okay.
I think shops are important, right, for everybody, because this is where we buy our food, I think. So I think maybe even if you don't go on holiday, I think shops are important because you can buy vegetables, maybe milk, eggs, right? And also markets, so you can buy maybe vegetables. Maybe the other places are not very important, yeah. But I think these two places, I think they're important.
I don't like go shopping anyway.
Okay. All right, now let's listen. What about, let's see, Rana, what about you, Rana? Which places are important for you where you live and when you go on holiday?
A park and a market.
What kind of markets do you like? Do you like vegetable markets, or do you like maybe markets where you can buy used things? Because there are many different types of markets, I think. Here in Libya, most markets, I think most of them are fruit and vegetable, right? Markets, I think, in Libya.
Yes.
Yeah, I think maybe some of them, like on Friday, there's a market for animals, pets, birds. On Friday do you know the roundabout in Suqutlat, the roundabout, Al Jazeera? On Friday, there's usually a market, but it's not for vegetables and fruit. It's for animals, cats, I think, pets, birds, fish, maybe. Okay, so you like parks. You think a market is important. What else, Rana?
Malls.
Malls. A mall is important.
A cafe.
A cafe.
A beach.
Beach.
On holiday.
On holiday, beaches are important. Yeah.
Yes, and a hotel.
A hotel, of course. Yes. If you're traveling,
Yes.
a good hotel is important. I agree. Okay, that's nice. What about you, Omnimedia? Can you choose some important places for you, maybe, and the family when you go on holiday, and where you live?
I think important sites next to my house. I think market and can I add something like library?
Library, of course, you can.
And school.
And the school.
Yes. I think a shop. And the park, a park. When I travel, I think a hotel and the beach, bus station and the station, a museum.
Museum.
Yes. A cafe. That's it.
Okay, that's great. So this is just a list of places which are important for us when we travel and important for us where we live. Okay, so now we're going to do some listening, but before we do some listening, we want to talk a little bit about the photos, okay? So we have 3 photos. I want you to tell me which one is a big city, which one is a small town, and which one is a village, in your opinion. So here, this is photo number 1, this is photo number 2, and this is photo number 3. Okay, so let's start with the first photo, Auckland. What do you think this is? Do you think it's is it a big city? Is it a small town? Or is it a village?
Big city.
Okay,
but why?
The
building more building and big sea.
Okay,
Yes.
so there are big buildings, lots of
Yes.
buildings. We can also see the sea here.
Yes.
Okay. Can you see any other places from the box? So
River.
so we can see sea. Maybe this is a sea. Maybe this is a river, right? So maybe a river.
Maybe lake.
Maybe sea. Maybe lake also. You're right. Maybe it's a
Maybe
lake.
hotel.
Can you see a hotel?
حكيت لكم فيها.
It's a hotel, right, Manan?
Yes.
Okay. And this is a bus station here. Can you see the people
Right.
waiting for the bus?
Maybe.
I don't see.
Okay, but I agree. I think this is a big city. It looks like a big city, right? And if it's a big city, of course, it will have hotels, it will have bus stations, parks. So I think it will have most of these places in the box. And I also agree. I think this is maybe a sea or a lake or a river. We don't know. We're not sure yet. We'll find out. Okay, what about photo number 2?
That's
Town.
village.
Is this a village or a small town?
Small town.
I think small town.
Maybe small town. Okay.
Village, I think.
Yes.
Okay, so Sabine, you think it's a village?
Yes, I think village.
Maybe village, yeah.
Some
Okay,
town.
maybe small town, maybe village. What things can you see here in the photo from the box?
Mountain.
A
Mountains.
river.
Mountain
River.
River.
and river.
So we can see the mountains. Maybe this is a river.
Small
Maybe.
houses.
Small houses.
Maybe houses here, small
Yes.
houses. Yeah. Maybe that's correct. Yeah. Okay, okay. And photo number 3 here. What do you think this is?
The village.
It's
Village.
a village.
A
Yes.
village.
Yeah. What can you see here in the village?
One road,
Just
Market.
one road.
different
Road
color
and
house.
Houses.
Houses with different colors.
Yes.
What else?
Mm.
Let me zoom a little bit.
A bar.
A bar.
Bar,
So
yes.
the yellow building is a bar, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
but I think it's a village maybe because it's very small. We can only see one road, so maybe it's a village. Okay, let's find out. So we're going to listen. It says here, listen to these sentences from 3 conversations about the places in the photos. Notice the stressed words. Okay, so before we listen, I want you to check these 9 sentences, okay? So we have 9 sentences. I want you to read these sentences. After that, when you're finished, we can listen, okay? And when we start listening, I want you to, okay. We have 2 listening. Okay, معناها مقسمين الexercise على طرفين. All right, so just read number 1 to 9. When you're ready, let me know. And I can play the CD for you.
Yes, I finished.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, so here, let me share the sound.
Recording 5.1.
Okay, let's listen.
1.
There's a beautiful lake near the town.
2.
There's only one road.
3.
There are lots of things to do in the evening.
4.
Is there a hotel?
5.
There are lots of mountains.
6.
And there aren't any restaurants.
7.
There's a nice beach.
8.
Are there any cheap places to stay?
9.
There isn't a park near our flat.
Okay, so here in this listening part, I don't know if you paid attention, but some of the words are stressed, right?
Yes.
Like here, these words. But why are they stressed? Or I have a better question. The question is, are nouns, verbs, adjectives, and negatives, are they usually stressed or unstressed?
Usually stressed.
Stressed.
Yes, exactly. So if you look at all of these examples, let's start with the first two sentences, and here, and so beautiful. What is beautiful? Is it a noun, verb, or adjective?
Adjectives.
Correct.
Adjective.
Yeah, beautiful is an adjective, and it's stressed, right? What about lake?
It's the noun.
Noun. And it's stressed. Town?
Yes.
Noun.
Noun.
Correct. And it's stressed. What about only?
Verb.
I think it's maybe
Adjective.
it's an adverb or adjective. I think it's an adverb or adjective. It's not a verb. It's not a noun. I think maybe it's an adverb. Only one, yeah. Because one sounds like a noun here. One road. Or maybe it's a noun, yeah. One and road are nouns. So maybe only is an adjective in this situation. I'm not sure, to be honest. But it's not a verb and it's not a noun. And it's stressed, right? Only one road. All three of them are stressed. Stressed, it means when you listen to it, it sounds clear. في تشديد في النطق. يعني لو تم نكرر السي دي مرة تانية هتلاحظي في الكلمات هذه اللي هي beautiful lake. يعني شنو بيصير لما يوصل في beautiful lake وتاون حتسمعيهم واضحات أكثر من باقي الكلمات في السطر. يعني لما حيقراها مش حيقول there's a beautiful، لا حيقول there's a beautiful lake near the town. near the town. near the حيقراهم بسرعة و there's حيقراهم بسرعة. لكن الكلمات اللي عليهم النقطة هادو these are stressed words, and these words are either nouns or maybe verbs, adjectives, and negatives. Usually native speakers stress these words because they're important for the meaning of the sentence. إنهم عادة اللي مرتبط بهم المعنى أكثر من الكلمات الثانية. So they stress them and they sound clear. You can hear them clearly. But other words, sometimes they're not very clear. For example, there's, it's very quick. They say it very quickly. There's only one road. There's only one road. There are lots of things to do in the evening. So there are, it's very quick. To, they don't say to, it's to do, because it's not stressed. In the evening, evening is clear. In the, it's not clear. In the evening, it's very quick.
Yeah.
So this is the idea. So this means the answer to the question, are they stressed or not? It's correct. There's, yeah, so the nouns are stressed, verbs, adjective, negatives are stressed. Now I'm going to repeat the listening track again. I want you to listen again to the listening track, and I want you to notice the stress again.
1.
There's a beautiful lake near the town.
2.
There's only one road.
3.
There are lots of things to do in the evening.
4.
Is there a hotel?
5.
There are lots of mountains.
6.
And there aren't any restaurants.
7.
There's a nice beach.
8.
Are there any cheap places to stay?
9.
There isn't a park near our flat.
Okay. Is it clear?
Yes.
All right. Okay. So now we're going to listen again. Sorry, not listen again. Listen to the next part. So here we're going to listen to 3 conversations, A, B, C. Okay. So we're going to listen to 3 conversations, A, B, C. And in each conversation, I want you to tell me which person talks about where he or she lives. Is it A, B, or C? And which person talks about his or her family, where his or her family lives? And which person talks about where she or he goes on holiday? So this means A, B, C. Let's write them like this. If it's easier. A, and then we have B, and then we have C. Okay, so we're going to listen to A, B, C, and after that we want to match. All we need to do is just match. So is it in the first conversation? Is it the second? Is it the third? And so on. Okay, this is the idea.
Okay.
All right, are you ready to listen?
Yes.
Yeah, let's listen.
Yes.
Recording 5.2. Conversation A.
Do you know any good places to go on holiday in England?
Well, we always go to Keswick in the Lake District. It's lovely.
Oh, really?
Yes. There's a beautiful lake near the town, and it's a good place for walking. There are lots of mountains.
It sounds great. Are there any cheap places to stay?
Yes, there are. B&Bs are quite cheap.
B&Bs?
Bed and breakfasts.
Oh, right. What was the name of the town again?
Conversation B.
Where are you from, Vanessa?
I'm from a small village in Ireland called Iries. My family still lives there.
Is it nice?
Yes, it's beautiful. It's by the sea, and there's only one road. And all the houses are different colours.
It sounds nice. Is there a hotel?
No, there isn't. And there aren't any restaurants. But there are 3 or 4 little shops.
And where in Ireland is it?
Conversation C.
Hi, Aunt Rosie.
Hello, Tony. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks.
And how's life in New Zealand? Do you like living in Auckland?
Oh, yes, I love it here. There are lots of things to do in the evening and lots of great restaurants.
And where's your new flat?
It's in a place called Mission Bay. There's a nice beach here, and the people are very friendly. I play football with a group of New Zealanders every weekend.
Oh, great. And do you still go running?
Yes, of course. There isn't a park near our flat, but I run on the beach every morning. And how are things with you and Uncle Frank?
Okay. So let's answer the first part of the question here. So conversation A, which one?
3.
Number 3.
3, about the holiday?
Yes.
Okay, and what about conversation B, which one?
2.
1.
1 or 2?
1 or 2?
2.
Number 2.
I think
2.
2.
Number 2.
Which one is conversation B? Is it about the girl Vanessa, or is it about the boy in Auckland?
The girl, Vanessa.
About the girl. And
1.
Yeah.
what did she say? Did she talk about herself, or did she talk about
her family?
Our family.
Yes, exactly. So
Yes.
she talked about her family. She
Yes.
said that her family still lives there, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And of course, the boy in the last conversation, he was talking about where he lives now.
Yes.
Where does he live? The boy in the third in conversation C. Where does he live? Can you remember?
New Zealand.
In New Zealand, correct. He lives in New Zealand. Can you remember which city?
Auckland.
Auckland.
I think Auckland, the first picture.
Yeah, that's right. Auckland is the first picture here. The first photo, this one. This is Auckland. Actually, Auckland, I think it's the capital of New Zealand, Auckland. Yeah, I think it's the capital. Maybe the capital is Christchurch. I'm not sure, but it's one of the big cities in New Zealand. All right. So now we're going to listen again. But this time we also want to match. We want to match these sentences. Can you see them? Number 1 to 9, the sentences that we checked here in exercise 3. We want to match them with the 3 cities. So let's write the 3 cities here. I'm going to write the 3 cities. And we want to match the sentences with the cities. So let's do it here. Okay, let me write the cities. Not cities, places. And the first one is Auckland. The second one is Keswick. And the last one is Iris.
Iris.
All right. So, okay. So let's listen again. But let's try to match before we listen. Let's see if you can remember. Let's check your memory first. So there's a beautiful lake near the town. What is it? Which one?
Keswick.
You think maybe Keswick?
Yes, town.
Maybe the town. There's only one road.
Iris.
Maybe Iris.
Yes, one road.
One road. There are lots of things to do in the evening.
Auckland.
Auckland, maybe. Is there a hotel? From which conversation?
Auckland? No.
Can you remember the conversation?
Yes, Renai.
Okay, let me help you a little bit. The first conversation, اللي هو conversation A, لو تتذكروا أول conversation, this is about Keswick, okay? Yes. And conversation B was about Iris, the girl from the village, okay? And conversation C was about the boy who lives in New Zealand, who lives in Auckland. So is there a hotel? From which conversation? Was it from A, B, or C? Who can remember?
C is B. Yes.
Okay, we're not sure, so let's leave it. No problem.
It's not a hotel.
Okay. What about the mountains? Which one has? A had the mountains, maybe. What about this question? Sorry, not question. What about this sentence? There aren't any restaurants.
Yes, there.
Iris,
maybe.
B.
Yes.
Okay, there's a nice beach.
Auckland.
C.
Yeah, maybe C, Auckland. Are there any cheap places to stay?
Keswick.
A, maybe. And there isn't a park near our flat.
C.
Auckland, maybe. C. Okay. Yeah. Let's check. Okay. Let's see if that's correct. Let's check.
Do you like living in Auckland?
My family still lives there.
5.
There are lots of mountains.
Sorry,
6.
The one after this.
And there aren't any restaurants.
7.
There's a nice beach.
8.
Are there any cheap places to stay?
9.
There isn't a park near our flat.
Recording 5.2.
Okay, here we are. Let's listen.
Conversation A.
Do you know any good places to go on holiday in England?
Well, we always go to Keswick in the Lake District. It's lovely.
Really?
Yes. There's a beautiful lake near the town, and it's a good place for walking. There are lots of mountains.
It sounds great. Are there any cheap places to stay?
Yes, there are. B&Bs are quite cheap.
B&Bs?
Bed and breakfasts.
Oh, right. What was the name of the town again?
Conversation B.
Where are you from, Vanessa?
I'm from a small village in Ireland called Iries. My family still lives there.
Is it nice?
Yes, it's beautiful. It's by the sea, and there's only one road. And all the houses are different colours.
It sounds nice. Is there a hotel?
No, there isn't. And there aren't any restaurants. But there are 3 or 4 little shops.
And where in Ireland is it?
Conversation C.
Hi, Aunt Rosie.
Hello, Tony. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks.
And how's life in New Zealand? Do you like living in Auckland?
Oh, yes, I love it here. There are lots of things to do in the evening and lots of great restaurants.
And where's your new flat?
It's in a place called Mission Bay. There's a nice beach here, and the people are very friendly. I play football with a group of New Zealanders every weekend.
Oh, great! And do you still go running?
Yes, of course. There isn't a park near our flat, but I run on the beach every morning. And how are things with you and Uncle Frank?
Okay, so all of the answers are correct, but we didn't answer number 4. Which conversation is number 4? Is there a hotel?
B.
B.
B. B. Iris.
Yes, it's about Iris, correct. All right. So which of these 3 places would you like to visit? Auckland. So let me show you the pictures again. So would you like to visit Auckland or Keswick or Iris?
Auckland.
Auckland?
Auckland.
Salsabil, you'd like to go to Auckland?
Yes.
Okay, who
Me
else?
too.
On the media, you want to go to Auckland as well?
Yeah.
Okay, anyone else wants to go to Auckland?
Yes.
Manal?
معلش سؤال هو كل مدينة وين موجودة في الأساس؟
Auckland is in New Zealand.
أوكي هذا عرفتها.
Keswick is in the UK, England. And Iris is in Ireland.
Okay. UK man.
But you have to remember that Keswick is it's a small town. It's not big.
No.
Auckland is a big city and Iris is a village. So هنا القصة مش في البلاد نفسها لكن في المكان نفسه هو. Do you get the idea?
Yes.
All right. So who else? So we have Salsabil, Manal, Media would like to go to Auckland. Anyone else?
Yes.
Manal also. Rana, what about you?
Auckland.
Auckland also. You'd like to go to Auckland. Basma,
Yes.
do you like to go to Auckland too?
No, Keswick.
You'd like to go to Keswick. Okay. Who else would like to go to Keswick?
Me.
Anyone else?
Me.
Who's you? Amira? Okay.
Yes.
Amira would also like to go to Keswick. Interesting. Anybody would like to go to Iris? Nobody?
وايد حتى حلوة.
Yeah, maybe. Anything compared to Libya is beautiful, I think, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
متفقين كلنا على هذا.
Yeah, just give me a ticket. Let me leave. All right. Okay, but here let's first of all let's start with the first city. Let's start with the students who chose Auckland, Media, Sabil, and all of you. Also, Rana, why did you choose Auckland? Why would you like to visit Auckland?
I love to go the beach, and I like to go the restaurant in the evening. Yes.
Good reason, because Auckland has a beach and it has restaurants, right?
Yes, the cities are always full of interesting activities and programs.
Exactly, that's right. Yes, there are many things to do in big cities usually, especially if the city has a river or a lake or a beach. That makes it very nice. Okay, good reason. What about you, Salsabil? Why did you choose Auckland? Why would you like to go to Auckland?
I love the big building.
Do you like big buildings? Okay.
And I love restaurant.
Okay, you also like restaurants? All right, it's a good reason. What about Media? Why would you like to visit Auckland? What do you like about big cities like Auckland and Media?
I think because it's big, and I love to live in hotels and taste food in a new country.
True. Yeah, you can try new food maybe, so that will be very good.
Yes.
Good reason. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Let's. What about you, Rana? Rana, you also chose Auckland, I think, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Why would you like to visit Auckland?
Because there are beach and hotels, big restaurant.
True. That's correct.
Mm.
Do you like going to restaurants?
Yes.
And what's your favorite food? Do you like Chinese food? Maybe Italian food?
Italian food.
Italian food. Do you like seafood or pizza or pasta or all of it?
Pizza.
Okay. I think you can find nice Italian restaurants in Auckland. I think you can easily find some good restaurants here. Okay, that's good. Now, what about Keswick? Why did you choose Keswick, Amira and Basma? Why would you like to go to Keswick?
Actually, in fact, is far from outside Libya, but I love small towns and no nosy.
They're not noisy. Yeah, they're quiet. So small towns are maybe quiet. Not.
There's a big reason.
Okay. Any other reasons?
No. بالنسبة لي أنا أهم حاجة إنه ما يكونش في زحمة، ما يكونش في سويسريين واجدين.
Okay. I think Swiss people are only in Libya. You can't find them when you travel.
لا بالعموم I don't love people. تكون زحمة يعني.
Okay, so you don't like crowded places. This means you don't like crowded. حتى نجعت من الميديا. I'm also hungry now. Okay, so Keswick.
والله حتى على راس جدير يعني عادي مش مشكلة. هم على الحدود عادي.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Basma, why did you choose Keswick? Maybe she has a different reason. Basma, what about you? Why do you like
Keswick? It's a famous city, town, and it's a very nice touristic city. There are many hotels, small hotels, and it's full. It's always full of tourists.
Yeah.
سواح.
Correct, tourists. Yeah.
Yes, and there and in the past it's the there was a company that is Derwent Cumberland Pencil Company, and it's closed in 2007 and became a museum, the pencil museum. It's famous. I like to visit that museum. And even yes, and it is in the Lake District Park, National Park, and also there is the Castle Rock Stone Circle. It is a historical
Stonehenge. Stonehenge.
Yes.
Yeah, it's in the same near the same area. Yes.
The stones, yes.
They call it Stonehenge.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a very famous historical place in
the biggest
the UK.
pencil is there. Yes, the biggest pencil in the world is there, and there is many places, and it is the English market town.
It's a traditional English town, yeah.
Yes, market. It's the market of the north of Britain. Yes.
Yeah, that's true. It's quite touristic. It's also natural. It's not too big. There are many interesting things to do, and it's a beautiful place. Very touristic.
And it's famous. Yes.
Correct. It's also quite famous. Yeah. Okay, and nobody wants to go to Iris. I think that the village is very sad because nobody wants to visit.
The reason is there is no hotel. There aren't any hotels.
Yeah, there's nothing to do really, or nowhere to stay, and there are no restaurants.
Yes. Maybe no restaurants. Yes.
Yeah, so maybe it's not a touristic village.
Only one road, maybe 1 hour. For 1 hour.
Yeah, for 1 hour just to walk around is enough.
Yes.
Okay. So we talked a little bit about the different places here, Auckland, Keswick, and Iris, and I think most of you would like to go to Auckland. Maybe a few of you would like to go to Keswick. I think most of you just want to leave Libya, but this is this is what I think. All right, so let's talk a little bit about grammar now. So let's talk about there is and there are. There is, there are. Okay, so I want you to complete the table here. We have some examples. So I want you to use verb to be is, the short form contraction, and I want you also to use is like this, the complete form is. We also have are, and then in the negative we have isn't, and then we have aren't. So this means we have 5 options to choose to complete the gaps. Okay, so let's start with the first one. Media, you can do the first one. So here it's positive and singular.
In positive, there is a beautiful lake.
Okay, so we can say there is a beautiful lake. There is a beautiful lake. Okay, what about negative, Manal? What's the negative?
There isn't a park near our flat.
Okay, so there isn't a park near our flat. And if we want to make a question, Amira, how do we make a question?
Are there a hotel?
But is it plural or is it singular, hotel?
Singular.
And how do we ask about singular?
Are
you sure?
هذا اللي نعرفه. مش متأكدة بس هذا اللي نعرفه.
Okay, so a hotel A hotel, is it a he, she, it, they, we? What is it? What if you want to change it with a hotel, with a subject pronoun?
دقيقة معلش.
Mhm.
بدي أسأل سؤال.
Mhm.
اوكي سوري معلش. انا هذه حقت نشوف فيها they مش there. Okay.
There.
Okay, is.
Right, because a hotel is singular, so you need to use is.
Sorry, شفتها they هذه. شفتها there.
Because this is a new rule, Amira. There is, there are. So it's different from they. It's not the same thing. But what does it mean, Amira? Can you tell me in Arabic? Is there a hotel? What does this mean? Is there a hotel?
هل هناك هوتيل؟
Yes, that's it.
عربية فصحى.
Yeah. Okay, okay. What about the short answer, Salsabil? How can we answer this question? Is there a hotel? What's the answer? Yes, there is. Or
yes, there isn't.
When you say no.
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 There isn't.
That's it. No, there isn't. So we can say yes, there is, or we can say no, there isn't. Okay, Besma, what about plural? If we want to ask about a plural, what do we say? Not ask, sorry, a positive sentence, I mean.
There are lots of things to do.
Correct. So, yeah, there are lots of things to do. And for example, if it's negative, Manan, what do we say?
There aren't any restaurants.
Right. And if we want to make a question, Rana, how do we make a question about plural places?
Are there any cheap places to stay?
Correct. So we say, are there any cheap places to stay? And how do you answer them, Rana?
Yes, there are.
Or,
no, there aren't.
Right. So we can say, yes, there are, or no, there aren't, if it's negative, of course.
معلش عندي سؤال. There aren't any restaurants. احنا استخدمنا الار هنا عشان لأنه هو جمع مش singular.
Yes, because you're talking about restaurants. Plural.
لو كان singular كنا استخدمنا
there, yeah, you'll say there isn't a restaurant.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. And Amira, if you see here, you can see clearly it says, can you see? Plural. So this group is plural and this group is singular. And here it's divided like this. So two different groups. The group in the top is single or singular group, and here the group in the bottom, this is the plural group. All right?
لا ما كنتش عارفة السبب بس.
Yeah, that's the only reason. Plural and singular. This is the reason.
Okay.
Okay, now, Salsabil, can you please read this nice tip here? What does this tip say? Can you tell us what the tip says?
نقرأ الجملة هذه يعني.
Yes.
Okay. We was
use
any negative and questions with there are.
Yes. So here, when do we use any? So if you want to focus on any, we don't use it all the time, right?
Yes.
So here, if you see, we only use it in negatives.
Or question.
Or questions.
Questions, are there any? Yes.
But in plural.
In plural questions, in plural negatives, and
yes.
in plural questions.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you see it? But here, if we check the singular, we don't use it, right? We don't use any in the singular. We only use it in the plural. Right? So we say there aren't any restaurants in negative. So this means we use any, we use it in the negative of plural, and we also use it in the question.
دكتور لأنه any تدل على العددية. Yes.
Yeah, it's used for plural, for countable.
Yes.
Yeah, it's for countable. Is there any toast?
أنا ممكن ما نقدرش نقول any house وهيك تكون حاجة واحدة.
No, if it's singular, you say ah. If you want to ask, is there a house near here? Is there a house near here? For example.
بس any لازم تكون معاها جمع.
Yes. If you want to use any, it has to be plural. Are there any houses? Are there any restaurants around here? Are there any hospitals? Are there any good hotels? Are there any cheap cafes?
Are there any rent houses?
Are there any houses for rent? مثلا.
For
Yeah.
rent.
Yeah. Okay. This is the general idea, but let's go together to page 133. Let's take a look. Let's see if there's any extra information or any tips we need to. Okay. So there's one tip. في tip إضافية. This one. Let's read this one. What does it say? Can you read it, please, Media? What does it say?
Okay. We use any in negatives and questions with there are. We can also make negative sentences with no. There are no shops. There aren't any shops.
So this is another new option you can use. So instead of using any, you can also use no. You can say there are no hospitals, there are no bus stations, there are no schools, there are no pharmacies, there are no markets, there are no lakes, there are no rivers, there are no mountains, right? It's the same as aren't any. So you can use are no together. It's the same as aren't any. Of course, for plural, it's the same. There is no house. No, you can't use it for singular. It's only for plural. All right, is it clear?
Yes.
All right, so this means in our next lesson, we will do the next exercise. We will complete the table, and we can also talk about ourselves and our cities maybe. And we have some listening, so we can do this as well. And here we can talk about your favorite place, maybe a country or a city you visited in the past. So you can talk about it. For example, you can say, my favorite place is London. My favorite place is Paris. It's Istanbul. You can choose a place, talk about it, or Tunisia, whatever. And we can use there is, there are. And after that, we will talk about houses. Here, we're going to talk about furniture. We will learn how to use some of the words in the house, like fridge, shower, washing machine, wash basin, double bed, furniture. So we will learn some of the words to use at home, renting a flat. Okay, so that's all for today. I'll see you again on Wednesday, and have a good day.
You're
welcome.
The next lesson.
I forgot. Today كان المفروض نبدأ 3:30 صح؟
Yes.
Okay. Please remind me.
Yes,
because
we was waiting for you.
I completely forgot because I was eating at 3:30 and نسيت الموضوع واحدة. I was having pasta at 3:30. I forgot about it.
معلش سؤال 3:30 عشان الحصة اللي فاتت.
Yes, yeah.
طيب ليش ما نخلوهاش محادثة؟
مش الكل يقدروا يحضروا يوم الجمعة. Some of them are busy. Some of your classes.
هي الحصة بروحها نخلوها محادثة. يعني الحصة بروحها بدل ما ناخذ درس نخلوها محادثة. نخلوا على الأقل ساعة منها محادثة وساعة منها درس. لو البنات يوافقوا.
احنا بنضيفه وقت. هي هذه الفكرة. عادي نقدر نخلوها محادثة، لكن هي بنضيفه للوقت أصلاً. You get the idea.
ايه أنا فاهمة، قصدي النص يكون محادثة عشان نقدر نتكلم بصيغة أحسن ونحسنوا الأكسنت، والجزء الآخر يكون
Sure,
درس.
no problem. عادي نقدر نخلوها محادثة. It's no problem.
البنات لو كانوا موافقين نخلوها محادثة ودرس أحسن.
Yeah, that's okay. الفكرة هي عندنا ساعة نبغى نقسموها على اليومين، معناها بنضيفوا نص ساعة لحصتين. هي هذه الفكرة. You get the idea أميرة؟
Okay.
Yeah. والنص ساعة هذه الإضافية تقدر تكون محادثة. No problem.
يا ريت.
That's okay. That's fine.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So I'll see you next lesson. Hopefully we'll start at 3:30 this time.
Okay. Have a nice day.
I'll try eating earlier.
Okay.
Okay. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Adios.
Bye.
Bye.